Hello everybody, Really here, back with another episode of Shining Song Starnova. All I've got left is Nemu as far as the one-on-one introduction time goes, and I don't think there's much left after that, so let's see what we can find out about our pink-haired, large-chested star here. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Well, it's not like Nemunemu did anything wrong.
Oh, whatever. I'm blowing this joint. Julie stomped away, grumbling to herself now. Maria realized she had gotten distracted as well. Crap, I'm gonna be late. She dogged away to the subway station. The manager's going to give me hell if I show up late. With Julie and Maria gone, the rest of the girls dispersed as well.
Bye-bye!
While the girls had already left for the night, I was still hard at work in the office. I sat before my computer looking over Nemu's profile. Okimoto Nemu. She was still a mystery to me, the eldest daughter of a real estate tycoon, and no doubt the heiress of an enormous fortune. And not only that, she rocked an incredible body with a G-sized bust, and had the perfect hard-working personality of a dream idol. Wouldn't such an impressive girl be signed on with a top-tier talent agency? Why was she even here with us? With no prior work in the idol industry, it looked like she just decided to sign on at Shining on a whim. Was this just a rich Ojo-sama's hobby? But she seemed to be too serious about becoming an idol for her to be just here for fun. I leaned back on my chair. This girl's just too good to be true.
Well, we'll find out why, hopefully soon. March 7th. Afternoon.
I didn't discover the shocking truth about Okimoto Nemu until 2 days had passed. Another day of leaflet distribution had ended. I arrived at Shinjuku Station, as usual, to gather the remaining boxes of leaflets.
Just one more day of leaflet distribution until the live, huh?
How are things looking?
We've managed to give away about 90% of the stock now. We're definitely in the final stretch.
The nearly empty leaflet box confirmed Naki's words.
I don't know how many people are taking the leaflet seriously, but...
Aki motioned ahead, where Natan was chatting up a pair of otaku-looking guys. So now the girls have leveled up to profiling potential customers, huh?
They're learning the trade. Uh-huh. You better come and see me at the live. That sounds like a threat.
Natan ran back, while waving at the two guys who walked away, looking thoroughly dazed at having talked to a girl.
Oh yeah, I guess they're not used to that, huh? Yahoo, Pecan!
Thank you for working hard, everyone. We're almost ready for the live now.
Producer-san's right. The rest of you better be prepared. I don't know if you know, but dancing on stage in front of fans is totally different from practice. Don't worry. Mika-chan's cute, so it'll be alright.
May the Night Lord watch over us. I will, don't worry.
Excuse me, producer-san. I would like a word later.
Nemunemu, sure.
Anyways, that's the way it is. I'm going back home. Oh, almost time for my other job. I'm off. Enjoy your construction work. I wonder if I'll finally be able to turn in my resignation to the construction company after our debut. Probably not right away.
Then I return to the abyss. Alright, I'll see you girls tomorrow. The box of leftover leaflets was now light enough for me to carry. I picked the box up and turned to Nemu. Was something the matter?
No, but I shall accompany you to the office.
Really? Alright. We got off the train and headed back to the agency. It's pretty rare for me to get to talk to Nemunemu like this, huh?
Why do I call her Nemunemu anyway? Her name's just really Nemu, isn't it? Yes, producer-san.
Sometimes I wonder what a girl like Nemunemu's doing in her agency. You know, there's probably much more well-known agencies who would be glad to sign you on.
No, it's my belief that my place is at Shining, along with the girls of Starnova.
Really? Nemunemu sure got convictions, huh? Kinda like a dream idol.
I am no such thing. I am sorry for the troubles I caused, producer-san. No doubt you will be greatly burdened by my presence.
No. I feel lucky to have you on board with this. Alright, I'll do my very best to turn Nemunemu into an idol. I can't let you down after all this, right? Suddenly, I felt a drop of water land on my shoulder. The drips intensified into a sudden rain shower. Crap, the leaflets! I did my best to cover up the exposed cardboard box and hustled under the nearest roofed entryway of a business. This isn't good. I don't even have an umbrella.
Ada, perhaps the rain will pass soon.
Let's hope so. I stood beside Nemu under the small gate, now close enough to faintly smell her perfume. Even I couldn't help but glance over at her. Her chest really was colossal. How was such a monument to mankind's hopes and dreams possible?
Her chest is a monument to man's hopes and dreams. It doesn't look so big under that shirt. She knows how to minimize it.
Producer or not, I was still a man. There was no way I could stand so close to Nemu and not at least take a peek at her assets.
Ada, producer-san, are you by chance looking at my chest?
Crap. I totally forgot about this woman's scary intuition.
It's only natural in this situation, no? These are two of Nemunemu's pride points. I would be more offended if producer-san didn't take a gander.
She playfully stuck her tongue out and jiggled her chest for me.
Oh, you're not making this easy for him. Producer-san, did you get a good look at them during the photo shoot? Perhaps you want to see more.
Pheromone overdose. I calmed myself down. Idols make a profession out of appealing to men. How could I call myself a producer if I let my talents play with me in the palm of their hands? Well, I'm just glad you had them. I'm sure they'll be beneficial for your career.
It's so weird to talk about a pair of breasts like that. Well, I'm glad you have that pair of breasts. They'll be great for your career. Okay.
Anyways, the rain's sure not showing any sign of letting up, huh? Suddenly, lightning split the sky, momentarily bleaching the street white, before sending a sharp crack echoing through the entire city. Nemu jumped and wrapped herself around me. The very honkers I was staring at a moment ago pressed two squishy impressions into my back. Okimoto-san, come. While Nemu was wrapped around me, a windowless white van came out of nowhere and screeched to a halt in front of us. Like clockwork, 4 muscle men in black suits piled out and marched straight toward where we were standing. What the hell was this sudden development? Okimoto-san! But Nemu was still clinging onto my back, completely oblivious to the approaching danger. Crap, what was going on? Before I could say another word, one of the skinheads tore Nemu from me and grabbed onto her wrist.
Hey, he's pushing her by the chest.
Nemu's face froze in surprise as she was swiftly shoved into the white van. Oh crap, a kidnapping? Wait! I rushed toward the van. I couldn't just let one of my talents be snatched out from under my nose. Before I could take another step, I was grabbed by the arm by one of the muscleheads. He immediately subdued me, pinning my arm behind my back. Crap, they weren't just regular street goons. These guys were pros. An idol producer like me was no match against them. He stuffed a handkerchief into my face. As soon as I breathed, my eyes rolled up into my skull, and I fell into a deep black abyss.
Did you really have to chloroform me? Are you taking me with, or are you just leaving me unconscious in the street?
I regained consciousness, surrounded by darkness. For a moment, I didn't even realize I had come to, until I felt the cold, hard floor pressed against my face.
Well, I guess they didn't leave me on the street. But darn it, the flyers!
Where was I? Crap. Who knew things like this happened in Japan? Could it be that the kidnappers planned to hold Nemu for ransom, and I was just caught in the middle? After all, she was the daughter of a multi-millionaire. Now that I thought about it, something like that seemed entirely plausible. For now, I had to calm down and wait for rescue. I heard the lock spin. The door flung open, and I was pulled to my feet by another one of the skinheads. Just like the rest of the kidnappers, he was clad in a black suit. He pushed me out of my containment cell and led me down the hallway.
Ooh, this room looks nice. Great view.
I was led into what appeared to be an enormous luxury office. From the windows, I could tell we were high up in a skyscraper.
Producer-san!
I sighed in relief upon seeing Nemu unharmed. Okimoto-san, I'm glad they didn't harm you.
Of course. After all...
Nemu turned toward a sharply dressed, tall, middle-aged woman standing by the windows. Rain poured against the windows and ran down the pane, distorting the city lights on the horizon. The woman turned to face me.
You must be Nemu's producer.
She walked toward me with the disdainful eyes of a woman judging a man accused of a sex crime.
You have my apologies for the rough treatment. I did not mean to involve you in this family affair. I am Haruna Okimoto, but perhaps you are more familiar with my company, Amaterasu Television.
Amaterasu Television? That was a major Tokyo television network with nationwide broadcasting rights, as well as the maker of countless popular shows. And not only that, but the owner of such a mammoth corporation was Nemu's mother? Certainly she referred to this as a family affair and shared Nemu's surname. However, judging from her looks, the woman before me looked nothing like Nemu. Her body was slender and gaunt, and she had the face of a bird of prey.
Haru-san, please let Producer-san go. He doesn't have anything to do with this.
Nothing to do with this?
Well, regardless of how we got here, this will go more smoothly now that your producer is here as well. I will get right to the point, Producer-san. Nemu shall never become an idol. You're wrong.
Outside, lightning lit the skies.
A member of my family whoring herself out on the pages of lowbrow rags like this. It is simply unthinkable.
Nemu's mother slammed her fist on her desk, where a copy of the Weekend Zara was flipped open to the page featuring Nemu.
I know very well that these companies are nothing more than predatory scams that fool naive girls into working for the adult entertainment industry, and Nemu shall take no part in it. It is simply unthinkable.
I gulped. It looked like I had gotten myself into yet another unbelievable mess. I put the palms of my hands together before me and tried to smooth the situation over in my most possible diplomatic tone. Okimoto-san, please understand, there is absolutely nothing adult about the photoshoot in question. As you know, this kind of photography is widespread in the entertainment industry, and commonly accepted as merely...
Silence! Haruna-san, I'm the one who decided to take these photographs. It wasn't Producer-san's idea. What I do with my life is none of your concern. Now, let us go and tell your goons to keep away from us. This is for your own good, Nemu. Besides, how do you expect to work as an idol with your condition?
Condition? What was she talking about?
The thought of you bringing further shame to the Okimoto household by continuing with this nonsense makes me want to vomit. Shame is all that you brought to this family from the moment you were born. That's...
Nemu's shoulders began to tremble. Her face contorted as fury broiled over inside her chest and slowly bubbled up her throat.
That's...
Suddenly, the door to the office flung open. There you are, my daughter.
Father.
For once, Mrs. Okimoto's eyes widened in surprise upon the unexpected arrival of her husband.
Dear.
You mustn't run away from home like that, Nemu. Your mother was worried sick and had to use her workers to find you. Tears welled up in Nemu's eyes as she embraced her father.
But Mother told me I couldn't work as an idol any longer.
No. Your mother was merely looking out for you, as any mother would. My dear, it is late. A child must dream. Let us table this matter for another day. For now, let us be in relief that our daughter has been safely found. Mrs. Okimoto rubbed her face.
Very well. Do not ever run away from the household again, Nemu. Understood.
For now, Mrs. Okimoto satisfied herself with that small victory and marched out to speak with her husband in the hallway. I figured out the gist of the situation. While Nemu's mother vehemently opposed Nemu's desire to become an idol, her father apparently still doted on his beautiful daughter. As for the kidnapping attempt, Nemu must have run away from home the previous night when her mother confronted her about the photo shoot. While I was completely oblivious to the situation, her mother must have deployed paid security to be on the lookout for her around the agency. With the tense situation diffused for now, I couldn't help but sigh in relief. For now, it looked like I had lucked out.
Oh, and I'm just gonna leave? I feel like I needed to talk to her somewhere first.
I walked out of the Amaterasu television building with Nemu.
Oh, okay, she's going with me.
Now that I was outside, I could see that the enormous skyscraper seemed to ascend to the heavens itself. I could hardly even see the top floors of the building beyond the thick rain clouds.
I'm so sorry about this, Producer-san.
No, it was nothing. Ugh. That was actually pretty exciting. I felt like I was inside a movie or something for a minute there. I tried my best to laugh off my kidnapping experience. Anyways, I understand the gist of the situation now. Okimoto-san, perhaps you should heed your mother's words. There's no question that your mother's a powerful figure in the entertainment world. If she's opposed to your debut as an idol, then... I stopped myself. This was a decision that only Nemu could make. I couldn't railroad her down a certain path for my own sake.
That woman is not my mother. She merely cares about her own reputation, but I will prove her wrong by becoming Japan's top idol. Once I've done that, she will have no choice but to recognize me. One day, she will see that she was wrong.
Okimoto-san. I put my hands down, so this was the strength of her resolve. Alright, then as your producer, I'm willing to stand with you every step of the way on your path to becoming a top idol.
Oh my god, why does she look so evil there? Her eyes are all dark, and they have no shine.
Nemu's voice took on a different tone from usual.
Yes, Producer-san, we shall. The two of us. No matter what. Oh god! I did not expect this from Nemu, at all.
Lighting lit up Nemu's face, sending crackles booming through the night. Yet, she didn't flinch as she did before. For a split second, I saw an expression I had never witnessed before, slashed across Nemu's face. The roar of thunder drowned out her words. As soon as the night's darkness returned, Nemu's face returned to normal. Did I imagine it?
Producer-san, is something the matter? What, does she have a split personality? Does the weather affect her mood? What the hell just happened?
No, nothing.
Then, I shall see you tomorrow.
Alright, have a good night. With that, we went our separate ways.
Oh boy. Yeah, Nemu's not what I expected. And I'm really curious about what's going to happen with her route. March 8th.
Obviously, I couldn't get a wink of sleep after that. Huh. I knew Nemu was way too good to be true. But to think I could find myself squarely in the crosshairs of one of the most powerful executives in the entertainment industry because of her. Having the president of Amaterasu Television as an enemy was clearly no way to begin my tenure as an idol producer. In fact, that sort of thing could spell the end of my career.
Nothing but bad luck for poor Pikun.
I rubbed my face, trying to wipe off the feeling of impending doom from my mind. I heard a knock on my door. I opened it and saw a familiar face.
Pardon me, Producer-san.
Okimoto-san. I tensed up again. Is something the matter?
No, I merely came to apologize. I'm sorry, Producer-san. I've caused you a great deal of problems because of my irresponsible behavior. Please do not concern yourself anymore. My father has smoothed over the situation with my mother, and I shall do whatever necessary to make amends for my mistakes.
No. Anyway, look at me. I'm not even ready for work yet. Sorry, can you wait until I'm cleaned up?
Of course, Producer-san.
What was I doing? Talking to a girl while still in my pajamas. I rushed into the washroom and cleaned myself up. I walked to the agency with Nemu. I'm just glad your father showed up and let us go.
Yeah, what would have happened if he hadn't showed up?
Has your mother always been opposed to you becoming an idol?
Unfortunately, that is so. To my mother, idols are merely lowbrow entertainers who will rouse the masses with sexual titillation. She fears my participation in the idol industry will bring embarrassment to her own position as the president of our television network.
Well, you know, otaku-oriented entertainment used to be taboo in the past. but now it's mostly accepted as a part of the entertainment industry. As a leading figure in that sector, shouldn't your mother know all the career opportunities opened by becoming a successful idol? Even after a top idol's retirement, they go on to become well-known television personalities, or join management roles themselves. I'm sure your mother must be aware of all this. In fact, with such an impressive familial connection inside the industry, you really could become a top idol. What reason does your mother have to prevent you from following your dreams?
I'm afraid my mother is a prideful woman who has a limited notion of what constitutes honor. She would rather that I pursue a more traditional line of profession.
Alright, I understand. For now, I'll keep you out of any risky jobs until your home situation improves then.
I apologize for my failures.
No. I'm sure I can find you more wholesome work. Idols do more than just gravure, you know. We arrived at the office. Then let's work hard. We still have the debut live.
Understood, Producer-san.
By the time we arrived, the other girls were already at the office.
Oh, it's Producer-san and Nemunemu. Kuhuhu. Is there something we should be aware of, Oni-chan?
Arriving late and arm in arm with a girl, after telling me to moderate myself. You sure have guts, Producer-san.
No.
Come on, everyone. Don't tease Producer-san like that.
Okada-sensei entered the office with a trolley bearing a large cardboard box, interrupting the discussion. The girls simultaneously stood at attention and bowed.
Good morning, President Okada.
Good morning, ladies. It appears that your uniforms for the life have arrived.
The girls crowded around the box in anticipation for the big reveal. Okada-san cut the box open and pulled out a clear bag containing the top half of the uniform.
There we go.
Okada-sensei! I was legitimately surprised. The uniforms looked professionally tailored, fit for a multi-million-yen idol production. For a small agency like ours, Okada-sensei must have pulled some serious strings to get his hands on these.
These are actually pretty good. They really look like what professional idols wear.
Of course they do. We're professional idols, aren't we?
Yahoo! It's happening. Ooh, at last, we have acquired the fabled garb of the ancients. With these in our hands, the victory of the knight's forces is all but assured.
Let's have a dress rehearsal today. I want to wear them right away.
Alright, everyone. Change into your uniforms and report for practice. Counting tomorrow's final leaflet distribution session, there's only 2 more days of practice left before the live. Let's all do our very best.
But didn't we leave the leaflets? Or do we have more in the office here?
Understood. Alright, look at Natan. I'm a real idol now.
You're not an idol until you properly debuted, Natan.
Kira!
Behold, the power of my song! Ada, I'm surprised it's not too tight around my chest. Well, they look nice, but aren't they a little pervy? I think your Quasar outfit was pervier. I guess service is part of being an idol, too. Huh. You better start drinking less and eating more greens if you want to rock the frock, One-sama. Just you wait until your metabolism slows, too. It really feels like everything's coming together, doesn't it? Everyone, let's practice hard the last 2 days and make the live a huge success.
Yeah!
The girls panted, doubled over on the dance studio after a long day of practice.
Good work, everyone.
No, this isn't good enough. We've got to practice more.
Ugh, impossible. Let's call it a day. The whole last-minute plot twist where one of us sprains an ankle during practice and has to sit the live out or something. I never want to experience it again.
Maria sure had a cliché idol career, eh?
Oh, the poor thing. It's like every single drama trope that ever could have happened to anybody happened to her in her career. What do you know? It was a big problem, okay? We cried because of it. People's lives were on the line.
Don't worry. Natan will catch you if you take a dive in the middle of practice.
Will you not say such ominous things out loud? Aki-chan, let's not overdo it. Maria's right that we don't want anyone getting hurt right before the live. Yeah, you don't want to overdo it. You want to still be able to actually move during your live performance.
Well, I guess so. But you all better do your best to hand out the rest of the flyers tomorrow. There'll be punishment if there's still any flyers left.
Punishment?
Hoo-hoo! You better prepare yourself.
Well, wouldn't you be punished too, Aki? Whatever. Let's just call it a day for now and work hard tomorrow.
I walked down from the office to bid the girls goodbye. Once again, a black Century car was parked behind the agency.
My lady, please get in.
Ada, thank you for coming here, Fitzgerald-san.
Is something the matter?
No, my father merely sought to look after my safety by arranging transportation home after practice.
Alright, let me know if anything comes up.
Okay.
Nemu shut the sedan's door and was driven off.
Is something wrong with Nemunemu? Isn't it obvious? You can't get that rich without attracting trouble. That was just Nemunemu's protection detail. I saw a rich girl get kidnapped and held for ransom in a Yakuza movie once. You suppose any of that's real? Aw, everyone, please do not treat Nemunemu differently just because she's from a wealthy family. You know, something about her always seemed off to me.
Aki crossed her arms and thought to herself.
Well, I'm sure it was nothing.
Oi, you can't just say things like that and expect us not to be curious. You know something about her.
I didn't really mention it, but a week ago, I happened to see the inside of her purse while she was busy with the leaflet distribution. And you know what I saw inside? A huge, dangerous-looking knife. That's what.
For protection, probably. That's pretty dicey, isn't it? Why would a girl like Nemu have a knife in her purse? For protection. Like I'm saying, her father's pretty loaded, isn't he? Maybe he has a bunch of enemies who would love to snatch away his daughter and make an example of her.
Maria let the dark silence hang in the air.
Well, I hear that a majority of crime nowadays is non-violent, but you never know what might happen to a woman in this city.
Or maybe that knife's just for peeling skin off an apple.
Everybody's with the conspiracy theories and she just comes along with something totally innocent. Well, something about her never smelled right to me. Isn't it strange? Just how perfect is she?
Ooh, could it be that Julie's jealous?
No way. I'm just saying. There's no way that girl doesn't have a few skeletons in her closet. Just don't think too highly of me when it turns out that she's actually a total nutjob. Yeah, we did see a bit of a flash there.
I broke up the girls' circle. Girls, you shouldn't gossip about your fellow team member.
Okay.
The girls pretended to behave and innocently dispersed. While every idol group has its grapevine, sometimes those vines could grow into sinister tentacles if left unchecked, and wrap themselves around a girl and just... Wait, what the hell was I thinking? I shook any image... Oh god!
I wasn't even going there in my thoughts. I thought he was making a legitimate analogy, but no, he was going off into pervland. Which is usually my territory, but just this instance, I didn't think that.
I shook any images of tentacle vines coiling themselves around Nemu's assets from my mind, and dutifully returned to the office.
March 9th, late morning.
However, the next day, Nemu was notably late for work.
Nemunemu's running late, huh? How unusual. Usually she gets here before me.
I looked at my cell, anxiously wondering if I would get a message from her.
Could this be the work of kidnappers after all? Idiot, Maria was just joking around. Oi, producer, you know something about this.
Well, by now, it was obvious that something had happened to Nemu. If she was forced to quit working as an idol by her mother, then this could affect everyone in Starnova. Now that it's come to this, I had no choice but to inform the others of the gist of the situation.
Shouldn't we try calling Nemu first, at least? So Nemunemu might not be able to debut as an idol? You're kidding me! And you didn't even tell us this until now? Producer-san, this is a huge problem. If she's not going to be able to perform for the live, then how are we supposed to change our dance choreography?
I raised my hands to calm the girls down. Well, I don't know 100% what's happened yet. Anyways, I only learned about this the day before yesterday myself, so I'm still as shocked as all of you.
To be struck with such misfortune at this pivotal hour. Has the Night Lord abandoned us?
Everyone, we can't let uncertainty break our resolve. There's still time until the live. I'm sure Nemu will contact us. We've all been through too much together for her to just disappear. The girls looked shaken by the unexpected turn of events. Natan stood.
Pecan's got a point. Besides, there are still 6 of us. We can't just give up now, when the live is just 2 days away. Who said anything about giving up, you dork? Of course we're still going to have our performance, with or without Nemunemu. If the rest of you are going to give up so easily, then I'll just have a solo debut.
Everyone, cheer up. I'm sure Nemunemu will come back in time for the live. There's no reason to believe anything's been decided.
Well, I guess we're in this too deep now. Everything's going to crap, and we haven't even started yet.
Such a pessimist. The path yet ahead is treacherous. Anyway, today's the final day of leaflet distribution before the live. It'll be our last chance to get attendees. We've got to do our very best.
Yeah.
The girls agreed with uncertainty in their voices.
Then, let's head out with the remaining leaflets.
With that, Sasami picked up a box of leaflets and marched out of the office. The rest of the girls followed after her. Nemu, did something really happen to her? A few minutes later, my cell beeped. I reached for it and turned it on. Could it be a message from Nemu? Instead, it turned out to be a message from Sasami.
Producer-san, come to Akiba Police Kiosk right away. There's trouble.
The police? What could have happened? I immediately stood up from my desk and ran out of the office.
Oh boy.
I arrived at the police kiosk as quickly as I could. I saw Sasami waiting for me with a worried expression on her face.
Producer-san, over here!
What happened?
Julie-chan's been...
Julie, was she hurt? I burst into the kiosk.
Oh, Producer-san!
Relief came over me upon seeing her safe. What happened? Why are you all at the police kiosk?
You wouldn't believe it! This fool roped my ass while I was on the train!
Julie pointed to where a man was being questioned by the police officers.
We got caught by the morning rush hour and got separated in the packed train. Looks like that scum used the chance to cop a feel on Julie. To think such a thing could happen, I was so shocked.
Sasami's eyes were on the verge of tears, as if she had been the one groped. Are you alright, Watanabe-san?
Well, I can't say I'm happy about it, but don't worry. I won't cause Producer-san any trouble by breaking down and crying or anything. She looks like she's going to.
Watanabe-san. There was a common saying that trouble comes in clusters. Given how today was turning out, I was starting to believe it.
Alright, we'll have to find out what other troubles are going to pop out in the next episode, because, I don't know, it seems like they're going to be having at least one more incident. And we still have to figure out what's up with Nemunemu. We may not get their debut, but I think we'll at least get to the debut. So I hope to see you for the next episode or some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Really signing out. Bye bye everybody.